ever been. Up off the ground and start walking. All that screaming you do is just talking. The music is loud and the feelings are bad, but you can still get proud and you can still get mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of possibly all ages, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we're going to be talking about everything from the obscene to the extreme and everything in between. I'm Caleb Manson.
And I'm the Freight Train.
And today, Ringside remembers the one half of the OCW Tag Team Champions.
The brand new. First ever. Tag Team Champions. With
Derrick,
belts.
With belts.
With belts.
Derrick Conway. We have a budget now.
We have a budget now.
We have a budget.
I don't know if I have to do an intro. That was great. Yeah, no, first time, long time. Like you said, first ever. And OCW Tag Champions, we beat Frank Bones. Richie Mack, I don't even know if they had team name, but...
They were CIA.
They were CIA?
Yeah, Richie Mack is officially a CIA member now.
Hey, well...
He is a criminal.
I mean, me and MKK, we took the titles like we said we would. Even though I didn't film a promo for you guys, I said I would, but we didn't. Yeah, no, it was a great match. Hit our first Doomsday device. Would have won with that too, but freaking Richie Mack broke that up like a piece of crap.
Super PG on this.
I'm trying. But no, it was I partied with a long trip to New Jersey with Chad Epic, so that was an all-nighter. Haven't had an all-nighter with a title in a long time, so
nice.
That was fun. But no, it's a dope belt. I'm actually, you didn't show me this before the show, so I first saw him at the show, and I love this design. I think it's super unique.
Yeah, just to give a shout out, the new logos on the side. Was Chad Epic came up with our new logo.
Yep. And
he actually had those belts constructed for us.
There you go. Yeah, and Chad pulled through. Thank God.
Hugely. Big time.
Beautiful. And speaking of the title, let's give you about like 30 seconds down camera. Put yourself over, Conway.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, now you're doing the promo you promised.
Yeah, right. Ladies and gentlemen, looking at you right now is one half of the OCW Tag Team Champions. Representing the Triumvirate, I am Derrick Conway, part of the Swords of Damocles. If you're a mythical nerd like I am, I prefer Egyptian mythology myself. Okay. The Swords of Damocles hang above the heads of everybody. And they... Oh, what is it? MKK told me, and now I forget. Swords of Damocles hang over everybody's head with terror and doom and chaos above. So that's what happens when we come out. We just unleash the chaos, as you saw.
Yeah.
Let's see. Derrick Conway, Buck DeRoss's favorite wrestler, the heart of APMO, the headshot artist. Headshot artist. There we go. The Prince of Avarice, as Chad Epic originally dubbed me, the Irish Prodigy, which I friggin' hated. The Ace of WAW, the new Mr. Legacy, Fearless over all.
Wow.
The avarice of professional wrestling.
Acronym.
That's 10.
No, I'm at 9, I thought.
Oh, maybe 9.
No, you're at 9. This is the 10th one if you say another one.
That's Gloucester Public School for you folks. 9 and...
I can add one.
Hashtag Conway's...
I can add one to that. PGOG.
Yep, PGOG, one half of the longest reigning PG Tag Team Champions with Kevin Giles, no future. So I've only done this for like one-off shows. I would, if I'm teaming with somebody, I recently did it with MKK at NCW's Kids Fest. You know GA West?
Roughly.
I know
Osiris.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Osiris. He was ring announcing, and I was like, all right, when we come out, you're going to act like we are your least favorite tag team, and you were going to announce this as fun. So we did this. I did this at another show with Crispin Coles, and it was just like the announcer's just like, here's my least favorite tag team. And at this for NCW's Kid Fest, it was the Triumvirate, and me and MK could come out, and I'm like, I'm just being myself, and I'm just like, woo! And he's just like hates it. So that's probably my favorite one that never gets used enough is like X's least favorite tag team.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those ways. I like getting random people involved in matches. That's why I like to get Henry involved in any way I can.
Yeah, Henry's great to have involved in your match.
Getting I forgot to say Weasel Slapper. Okay, so real sidebar.
Context.
Sidebar, Your Honor.
Context for that
Sidebar,
one.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Before Henry joined WAW years ago, he was in the crowd because I had known him from Double Midnight Comics in Manchester, one location in Salem, one location in Concord.
You got to plug in.
Plug.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah.
So
You could.
they could.
We'll take it.
So he would come after shows, or he would come after he would do Hero Clicks. And one time I came out and he's in the crowd, in old WAW, he was in the back by that long door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was like, there's two types of people in this world, weasels and weasel slappers. Right here, you've got a weasel slapper, in the only way that a Henry can do.
Yeah.
So I forgot that when I was writing my card to give him, I was like, I'm missing something, and that's what it was. It was that
the weasel slapper.
The weasel slapper. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you go from there? Have
All right.
fun.
So
I took
I said 30 seconds.
I took
don't know
5 minutes.
what happened there.
No, you let me
But
ramble.
it's
That's what
fine.
happened.
It's fine. So with that many names to you, I can only imagine you've been in the business a long time. So when did you get into professional wrestling?
The first time I was in a ring was 2012 or 11, somewhere around there. Actually, no, it was before that because I had done some one-off chaotic wrestling camps, now New England Pro Wrestling Academy, but they do their one-a-day camps.
Yep.
And I had done probably 2 or 3 of those. It would have been 4, but I got into an accident heading to one because I was. You're probably too young for this, but remember those brick GPSs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Magellan. I'm not too young for that. Thank you.
I was fiddling with that, trying to make sure I was going the right direction because it was spinning like a wheel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I ended up accidentally rear-ending a lady, so I didn't go to that one-off. But no, I did a few of those, and then ran into Chad Epic at Double Midnight Comics in Manchester, and then he's like, "Hey, WAW," and then the first clip I ever saw was Smokey getting concussed because he took a capsize off the apron through a ladder. It missed the ladder completely.
Per WAW tradition.
Right? Yeah. And I showed my dad the clip, and I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're doing all this hardcore stuff. I don't know. But I ended up going anyways, and then I showed off my Frightmare mask that I had just gotten a few months earlier, I think. Because I couldn't tell you when I debuted.
Gotcha.
But I showed off the Frightmare mask, and then I forget who it was, but they're like, you should use that as your gimmick. And I was like, I just was showing off a mask, man.
So you didn't debut as Conway?
No, I debuted as Arkham. I had the Frightmare mask on. I had pajama pants that had a skull and crossbones on them, and I had a Under Armour long sleeve on.
Well, even when we got there,
we all start somewhere.
Where did we get there? 2016. 2016. Yes. Not a lot of guys had gear. I mean, some of you guys, like you and a few others, had gear, but even when I came in, I didn't have my gear yet. I was wrestling in a t-shirt, jeans, and tape on the hands.
I started in jorts.
To me, it's like gear is fantastic. You should always get gear. You should always have gear. But the thing is like, it's you should get what you can afford.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford gear, like it's one of these things where like if you're going to PG, OCW, Chaotic, any of the like a traditional wrestling company, then you should have gear to be presentable on shows.
Absolutely.
WAW, while it operated like a wrestling show in a wrestling promotion, we were able to get away with not having gear.
Yeah.
But the ones that did have gear, for the most part, more often than not, were the ones getting the pushes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, I got gear later on, and like, but at the same time, like, gym shorts can look good and can work. But I mean, like, it's all about what you're trying to portray.
Yeah.
And like with Proving Ground and like when I'm wrestling singles and I'm not wearing the triumvirate gear, I'm wearing camo shorts, but I have the t-shirt, I have the tape, kind of that Kevin Steen kind of that brawler
That vibe,
look.
right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because that's one of the ways I like to wrestle. So it's like it fits what I'm doing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's one of these things where the clothes the attire has to match the gimmick.
Yeah.
And some cases like Arkham, I probably could have gotten like probably some type of pants or something from High Spots to match the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, I always said, like, looking back, and I never said this at the time, but like looking back, it was like one of those things where I always felt like if you were to draw Arkham, the pants would be kind of like an abyss with just like skulls floating everywhere.
Yeah.
So that was like my later justification for the
Like, no, it
pajama
makes sense.
pants.
I gotta go into the mindset of like, I think you can wear anything for gear as long as the talent makes up for the look, you know? Because I think if someone has because Hillbilly Jim could work and look, just had overalls and boots, and like that was basically it, you know what I mean? I mean, like, but that also works to an extent.
Right.
Because like, I think that someone could pull off a Dirty Dan Ruckus gimmick and look at it, but like, you need to be a worker that can fit the mold almost. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's one of those things where like it has to.
I think it has to make sense, but has to be like justifiable in the same.
Yeah, it has to make sense and be justifiable for the gimmick.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like if.
That's not to say you can get away with not buying gear.
Yeah, no.
Buy gear.
If buy gear if you can. But if you can't, then figure out a way to make what you have make sense.
Yeah.
Because Hillbilly Jim could not get away with tights.
Yeah.
Or pants. Like he could get away with jeans.
Yeah.
But like he'd
That's
have
as
to
far
have
as it could go.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And like with Dan Ruckus, like he came out with like a white t-shirt, but he had the caution vest.
Yep.
He had the boots, he had the it all depends on what you're trying to portray. If you're trying to portray a wrestler, like a legit wrestler, like then you can't come out with the overalls or the jeans or the boots or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it all depends on what you're trying to get across.
Yeah.
I think that's the key for everything is like if it makes sense for what you're trying to do, then it shouldn't matter what you look like.
Yeah. So with that being said, you know, it shouldn't matter what you look like, how you are. So I will ask then, to your point with the shorts, the shirt you now wear, the Kevin Steen inspired gear, who is Derrick Conway?
That's a heavy duty question.
It is. But the thing is like, and that's
Gotta
kind
hit
of
him.
Got him.
and like to be honest, like that's something that like they always tell you like turn yourself up to 11. And it's one of these things where, for me, like on Saturday, it was serious, but there was a comedy aspect to it. I'm engaging with the crowd. I'm trying to get,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, they didn't know what to do with MKK and I. And then the second I go to hand Henry the card for our new intros, they wanted nothing to do with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, like, I'm like over exuberant or whatever the word is, and like just being a hashtag Conway's a dick. You know what I mean? But like, it's one of these things where like, but that's OCW Derrick Conway. If we go to PG, like it's a different environment.
Right.
I want to fight. I want to brawl. I want to do all these things that are serious. You know what I mean? Because that's the environment in PG. That's a proving ground environment. You know what I mean? And I think that one of the things that I can do but never translate really is that I can do whatever you need me to do. I'm a chameleon. I can do everything. Whatever style you need me to work, I can. And it's like, you ask, who's Derrick Conway? And it's just like, I'm a Swiss Army knife. I'm whatever you need me to be. If you need me to be the a-hole, I can be the a-hole. If you need me to be the white meat babyface, I can do my best. You know what I mean? I can come out going Gloucester, and then everybody's going to be like, woo! And I'm going to be like, yeah, Gloucester, that place.
Way to go, guys.
You guys have boats. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. And it's like, but like, the way I see myself and the way I am are two different things. I want to be that brawler, that Taz, the Shibata, the Toru Yanos, the Eddie Kinks, like just come out like the towel that Taz always had. Like I've tried that before. I've tried the just holding coming out with the towel, the Eddie Edwards style, like that. Like, it's one of those things where like I've never been able to portray the person I've wanted to be because I just can't commit. And that's just because I'd rather. The older I've gotten in the business, the more I'm just like, I just want to make sure whoever is booking me is happy with whatever I present to them. And that's why, like, and it's also knowing the crowd. Like, crowds that don't know me, then I'm going to be more like what you saw Saturday. Because it's just I'm going to be in and out. They're going to have a good time, and then we're gone. And because we're doing more shows, the Derrick Conway will develop with that crowd, and they'll see a change at some point, and then it will be a whole different animal. I don't want to say I couldn't do Saturday at PG, but I wouldn't want to because I know what the PG audience wants. I know what Derrick Conway they want to see. So that's what I would present to them. So that's, it's one of these things where like they always say turn it up to 11, and I'm just like, no, the sorry to get too deep on here, but like the Derrick Conway outside of a show doesn't translate well to a show. You know what I mean? I can't turn myself, like, it's one of these things where like I make references from things people either have seen or have no idea what I'm talking about. And it's like, and like if I use those in promos and whatnot, it's just like it's gonna either go over somebody's head, or the 5 people are gonna get it and they're gonna be my fans, and that's it. So it's like I have to know what crowd I'm playing with and adjust.
Find the balance.
Right, exactly.
Definitely have been going to a few PG shows in the past. We have.
Yeah, we have.
It definitely feels like very much two different beasts when it comes to something OCW does and something PG does. And I will say, with the development of Derrick Conway, let's say at OCW shows, what moments in the past have like you can look back and say like developed you to this point? Like, what are some standouts from your overall career that kind of led you to having this mentality of like, I can be whatever I need to be to fit what they want? Like, anything from that.
I think it's working with the Hoods, Davey Cash mainly, working with Shay Cash as well, like, and then working with Mike Montero, and just trying and like just seeing how they see everything. And then like the other thing too is just going to shows and being on these it's going to sound worse than it actually is, but being on these throwaway shows where I can just do whatever I want and not have to worry about what I'm doing on the next show or how what I'm doing here is going to translate to the next show.
Yeah, no, one-offs are incredible for finding yourself.
And that's how that's kind of how you get the Derrick Conway you saw on Saturday, because it's just like these one-off. I just do these one-off shows, and then like the crowd isn't. They may or may not see me next, but when they do, I don't know if they'll remember me. So I'm just gonna do whatever I want. You know what I mean? And like, also working with like Chris Shady and Captain Vincent Zarello early, that really taught me character and trying to it taught me trying to find my character, because like even freaking Flax and Johnny Psycho as well, like those guys have their characters down. They know the in and outs, and it's like, well, that's what I'm working towards, and like that's and like I was just saying earlier, it's like the Derrick Conway that I would portray, I don't know how it would go, because like if I just turn myself up, it's otherworldly in like just it doesn't translate to wrestling. It translates to this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like in the wrestling, like it in wrestling, it's like I can't.
There needs to be something to sell.
Yeah, exactly. And like working with Montero, working with Cash, working with CVZ, working with FO, it's like it just blows your mind, and it just shows you like I don't know nothing. Like the first time I stepped in the ring with Montero, I was like, it was one of those moments where you're walking in and like you're nervous because of the name, but like you're like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I've done this enough, I know what I'm doing, and then you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's when everything zooms out.
Yeah,
like,
you're
oh,
like,
yeah, I've been there a few times.
And like I had that moment with Derrick Simon 82, because we met at a what would have been a one-off for me, but it ended up turning into a little bit of time. But we met at a Nova show, and we both I beat Delilah in the first round of a tournament. He beat somebody in the first round, and like so we were paired in the second round, and then before, I forget when it was, but before our match, he came up and he's like, hey, my friend wants to go. I gotta go. Like, he's my ride. I gotta leave.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do. He's like, can you do comedy? I was like, yeah, I can do comedy. I can do whatever you need. And like, he's like, give me like 2 of your moves. And I forget one move I gave him, but the other one was the Meteora. And he's like, cool. This is what we're gonna do, and you're gonna beat me with the Meteora. And it was like, okay. And it was one of those things, like, it was just so like laid out.
Yeah.
That I was just like, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
It wasn't like one of those things where like it's laid out and you're like, all right, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a difference. Somebody can lay out a match for you and they're dead set on it happening, and you're like, I would love to change like half of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's somebody that lays out a match and you're like, okay, yeah, that's great.
Yep.
And then so like that was like that blew my mind, because it was just so, it was almost like thoughtless in the fact that like he just went da-da-da-da, and I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. And we did it, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
like,
Simon A is pretty good at that.
so like it's one of those things where it's after matches like that where you're just like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those things where like I just try to keep things. It teaches you to keep it simple, and it's like you're always taught the phrase "KISS," keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
But it's easy to understand, but it's harder to enact, and it's harder to actually do. And like,
agreed.
and like when I'm talking about how I want, like when I'm planning this match with MKK, I'm like, if we go to here, to here, to here, we're going to get like, I'm like, if we get to here, we can take a breath. The crowd's going to be there. Yeah. And then we'll go to here, and then we'll be better off. And like, you don't know how whoever you're facing is going to take that. Right. You don't know the personality you're walking into.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and that's one of the things that is hard to pick up too, is like, I don't know if, like, when I first meet somebody, it's always a hard conversation because they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, what do you need me to do?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not the question. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's just how I rather put myself and be able to do things that you want implemented and slot my stuff in here.
Right.
Then try to go, well, I do this into this, and then we'll get, like, it's just how you operate and how you work.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't want to waste too much time but I've got like, I'll tell you some stories later.
Yeah, that's fine.
That have molded how I think.
It's a little bit close to where we're probably going to go over time. Sorry, everyone. Production. Thank you, though. So I say we just jump right into the final 5 questions.
Final 5.
We do this with every person on the show. First of the final 5. What is your Mount Rushmore?
Jesus.
This is the reaction we get from everybody.
The thing is like I've seen this question a lot, and it's like, and it's a tough one because like I have a weird wrestling.
Hey bud, Barry Ace was on here last time. George Hackenschmidt was on his, and that's still boggling my mind.
Can't even spell George.
He didn't even go with Hackenschmidt. He can't spell George.
Or Jorge.
I think it's Misawa. I think it's Danielson.
Okay.
I think it's Cena.
It's always the 4th one.
Yeah, no, it is. It's tough because, like, you have Michaels, you have Flair, you have, whether you like him or not, and I don't, both in and out of the ring, Hogan. You have Rock, you have Austin, you have Taker. I just because he is probably I don't think he gets enough credit. I'm gonna put Triple H in there.
Okay.
All right.
Like I think, like, yes, he should have dropped the belt to Booker, but like he doesn't get enough credit than he should. He gets less credit than he should, I think. I think it's a lot of his credit is like what he's doing now, and I'm like, no, I don't think you understand what he did.
Like what he was. Like,
yeah.
I think for heels and everything,
like his
it's always cool to be the final boss, and he was that for
and like
a long time.
Yeah, and like his Madison Square Garden return after his first quad tear.
Yeah, they went.
That was like 3 segments.
For him.
Yeah,
they went crazy.
It was 3 segments before he said anything.
Yeah,
like, that's insane.
It was insane.
So, with that being said, for the Mount Rushmore, so Misawa, Cena,
Danielson,
Triple H, and Bryan Danielson. So can't use any of those 4. Who is your dream opponent?
Do I have to name one person, or can I give you a list? Like I'm
top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3 that's not on the Rushmore.
It would be Eddie Kingston. It would be Will Ospreay, and in his prime, Dean Malenko.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a good
one.
I
love Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
He's the first wrestler I got behind. Was Dean Malenko.
Yeah, because the first time I seen Dean was him and Eddie at ECW in the bingo hall.
Yeah.
Like, just amazing match.
Yeah.
That guy was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Dean Malenko. I think he gets a lot of credit now, but I think like prime WCW, he was like, it was him and like 2 other people.
Let's all go into the next one. Most underrated of all time.
I like this. Derrick's the first one that's actually sat and thought about it.
Yeah, he's really thinking about it.
Well, yeah, because
I will say Bosch thought about underrated for a bit.
Yeah.
Overrated, he was quick on it though,
But
which is crazy.
Derrick has managed to be like, all right, let me get this.
Yeah.
Right. I know what it.
Well, because like prime, like I just said, prime WCW cruiserweights, it was like Dean Malenko, and then like once you added the luchadors, it like he was still there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I don't think he was. I think the credit switched to Mysterio, Eddie,
they
Benoit, and Jericho.
Right.
You know what I mean?
kind of got overshadowed at that time.
And then like I was saying with the Mount Rushmore, it's like Triple H gets all the credit now for what he's doing now.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of, it's kind of like when Cena was in his prime run.
Yeah.
Everyone dunked on it because you couldn't pin Cena.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but you don't understand what's going on. Like, he can't just drop the belt to fucking whoever.
Right.
Yeah, he should have probably dropped to a few people, but like, there's certain aspects of this business that you can't just do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So like it's like Triple H, I think is one. Yeah, I'm trying to like think about it because it's one of these things where like it's the person you're missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
So the next one should make them think a little bit too, then.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm just gonna say Triple H. I think he's underrated as a wrestler.
Underrated and your Mount Rushmore. All right. Overrated. Most overrated all time.
The Rock.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
don't get me wrong, I was a WCW kid. But like going back and like watching Attitude Era stuff, and like The Rock was a great promo. He was good in the ring.
Yeah.
But like I don't think he was as key to the success of everything as people think he was. Like, I still think you get to where you are without him, whereas I don't think
you would have.
I don't think you get there without Austin or the Undertaker.
Yeah, no
or
way.
Michaels or Triple H. Well, depends on the time frame, but Triple H, you know what I mean? Like there's certain people that like if you got rid of, you would feel it. Right. I don't think you'd feel it with The Rock.
No, I agree with that.
Finally.
The final question.
I'm just happy finally people also hate The Rock. It's so nice. I've been saying it for years. It's
You've never asked.
It feels
But now
like
you know.
vindication. It's nice.
No one's half the battle.
So, for the final question, I want to say thank you for being here. This has been a fun conversation. But what does wrestling mean to you?
It's the only thing besides Starbucks that I've ever been good at. Like, and that sounds so weird. I was just having this conversation before with a coworker. It was like Starbucks I just got. Like it's one of those jobs where you're just like, I don't understand how people are bad at this.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just how it comes to you. And like with wrestling, it's like it is so much of my personality and it's so much of who I am that like I don't know who I would be without it. I don't want to know. But it's like it's one of these things where like and I know after people see this I'm going to get some messages, but like it's one of these things where like I'm fairly good at certain things, but like wrestling is the only thing that like I can say I'm good at and confident in without any doubt, realistically. And it's one of those things where, like, it has, just like with everybody, it has its own animal. It's hurt you. It's healed you.
Yes.
It's loved you. It's hated you.
Yep.
It's done every aspect of the emotional spectrum for you. And it is, over the course of my life, it's probably the thing that has one of the only things to ever center me so much, so often. No matter how long, and you can attest to this, no matter how long you do this, whether you know what's happening or not, if you love it, you're going to get a reaction.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, I remember recently I had been close to a match being planned out, and I'm watching it, and I'm still popping for a move or a kick out. You know what I mean? And I know that's not what's coming. I know where the end is. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things it's one of these things, like, it's like a really good movie where it's just like, I don't care how many times I've watched John Wick. That movie is badass.
It's so good.
It's so good. And I know how I can watch Katsuyori Shibata versus Okada from Sakura Genesis 2017 every single day of my life, and it's still mint.
See, and I'm so much older, and I can sit and watch Ric Flair, Steamboat, and I believe it was Clash, an hour-long match.
Yeah.
I could watch it 100 times and never be bored.
Same with Cactus Jack versus Triple H street fight.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that never gets old.
The SummerSlam with the first Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I can watch that maybe not the whole pay-per-view, but I'd sit through the whole pay-per-view.
Yeah.
The opening of that card and the end of that card with the Dudleys reuniting and then the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's mint. And then you got Lesnar and Big Show. That's mint too. Like, that and WrestleMania 20. I can watch that show top to bottom.
WrestleMania 20 is a breeze to go through.
It's the
so
best.
Nice.
To me, it's my favorite WrestleMania. WrestleMania 20 is my favorite WrestleMania. But if without wrestling, I'd just be an NPC. Like, I wouldn't have the friends I have. I wouldn't have the memories I have. I wouldn't have the friends I have. I would literally probably feel like nobody, like nothing, because I wouldn't accomplish anything. This is a prop, but it's a prop that makes you feel something.
Yes.
If you were to take it away from me tomorrow, I'd be fine. But it's one of these things that, like, this tells me that somebody has a semblance of trust in what I'm going to do, and where and trusts me enough to help their company in some way. And it's one of these things that, like, as much as I say and believe that, it's also one of those things that, like, I don't know how many people understand that if you were to take this away from me tomorrow, or even right now, I'd be okay with it. Like, because it's not that you lost faith in me.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's that you trust me enough. I've done my job. Now you want to see if the next person can do that job as well, if not better than I did.
Right. And the best part about that is, if they can't, we know where it's going to go next.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is just like, I feel like people put too much into this. Like, this means a lot, but it's just a prop. Like, there, like all the I don't know. I as a narcissistic and greedy person as I am, the people that obsess over this, I never understood it. Like, it's one of these things that I will always get. This will come back to me.
Yeah.
You can hold it. That's fine. This is always coming back to me. I don't need this. Freaking Flax taught me long ago. This, you don't need this. This needs you.
Yep.
Flax, I'm happy for every title freaking Flax has ever held in his life. You want to talk about underrated?
Yeah.
If we're going outside of mainstream,
Flax, absolutely.
Flax is one of the most underrated people in wrestlers I know.
I agree.
He taught me that you don't need this. This needs you.
Yeah,
the
man makes
the
title,
man,
title does not
right.
make man. Yeah.
There's a ratio. It's not 100% to 0.
Yeah.
But Flax,
it's a good like 80-20.
Yeah, it depends on the person and the promoter, whatever.
Listen,
There's semantics, but
yeah.
Flax taught me that he can get over without ever being close to a title.
Yeah.
And if merch sales were as if we had if you had the stream like WWE does, Flax would be a top seller.
Oh yeah,
Hands
without
down,
a doubt.
and you would never,
without a doubt.
you would never need to give him a title.
No.
For him to maintain that.
Right.
Like that. Like I know they reward the money with the belts.
Yeah.
But like Flax doesn't need it. That's the brilliance of Flax.
Yep. That is.
I know you wanted to make a point.
No, go ahead.
All right.
We'll finish it up.
I rambled through his point.
You rambled through my point. All I was going to say real quick was, as a promoter, I look at the belt one way. I want it on people that I think break their ass, that are good people, that I know are going to represent the company well. And every once in a while, you got to put it on somebody just because I think they should have one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all you. It's the ending.
Well, thank you, Derrick Conway, for being here.
Yes, thank you very much.
This has been an incredible episode of Ringside Remembers, and now we're going to go to our tape trade of the week.
Yes.
What's that?
I hope it's a good one.
Well, it's when we put one of your matches at the end of so you got to pick one.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Christian has to earn a title shot nowadays. That title should be just handed to this man. It should be put on a platter and just handed to him. But no. Oh, we got a hostage situation here. Punch her in the face. Punch her right in the face. Ah! My boy Conway's got to keep his eye on the ball here. Moody Styles in danger, and I'm loving every second of it. It'd be a shame if someone took her out tonight and she wasn't president anymore. It'd break my heart.
Ref's still doing his job, despite Christian Sane's
It would have been a 10 if he didn't stop just now.
criticism.
Everybody's a goddamn critic nowadays.
Off the ropes now. Swinging neck breaker for Christian Sane. Going for the cover. Ooh, I don't think we even got a 2 count.
One of the best to ever get into their WWE ring, Christian Sane. It's a goddamn treat. Every time he's in that goddamn ring. Yeah, you shut your mouth.
Wow.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
That is the president
Who
of
gives
the
a
company.
crap?
That is the
Look, I give a
president.
shit. What's
That
she gonna
is
do?
the president
What is she gonna do?
WAW. You do not disrespect the president of WAW. I don't care if you're going out with president.
You're just keeping that in line, that's all. He's gonna be president here, but he's the king in the castle, all right? When they're home, she listens to every word he says. She may call the shots.
here in Bare Knuckle Marby's, but under the Christian Kane's house. He says, hey, give me a sandwich. She makes a goddamn sandwich.
That's not how it works.
You're right. You don't even need to
But
say it. He
I'll
just
tell you
snaps
right
his
now,
fingers.
you do-
He snaps his fingers, and she's like, yes, sir. She runs to the kitchen. She puts on an apron.
But
She
you-
makes up a sandwich.
You do walk in there. It does look like one of those houses in Fallout. You know, and I mean in the good way.
Well, it's because when we started, I know how to keep a good house.
No,
You know,
it's not that it looks like it's bombed out and depleted. It's just there's a lot of old stuff, and it's really cool antique stuff. Just want to let you know that. I just think it's really cool.
It's because when he started, old as hell. You know,
She's not old as hell. She looks exactly the same as she does as she did in high school. I shit you not. Look at her high school yearbook
Well,
photo.
I'm sad
Same
that,
person.
I'm sad that she's been like an old lady the whole
She's not
life.
an old lady. Not an old lady.
Just like that wasn't a low blow.
That was a low blow.
Possibly. Rough didn't see it though.
Possibly.
Ah! Derrick Conway's gonna beat her his own move. That ripcord lariat almost sanding the face out of Derrick Conway. Jesus. Right to the front of the knee, taking it out the leg. Look at him go. What a knee by Conway. I've been arguing with Christian saying an awful lot, but once again, I gotta say, Conway, there's no one better when the chips are high. Oh my God!
Oh, wow! I did not
What the
expect that.
hell was that?
Going for the cover. No!
Ah.
Derrick Conway still in this match.
What a freaking counter by Christian Sane. I'm angry too. That should have been it. Henry, give him the chair. Give him the chair, Henry. Henry, give him the chair. Give him the goddamn chair. Oh!
Oh! Henry! Henry! What did the five fingers say to the face? Oh, God.
It said that. Oh! What goddamn war this has been so far. What the hell's Conway doing now?
New Jamanch Pro right here, guys.
That's what he's doing. Wherever we saw in Indies the other week. Ah!
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, he's bent in half backwards. I'm pretty sure your heels aren't supposed to click against the back of your head like that. Ah! And the 2018 Hall of Famer digging down deep and kicking out. That man still's got it. You swear this guy was cryogenically frozen from the last time he was in that ring. Ah! Ripcord lariat! By Conway! Knocking that man clean out of his shoes! Nobody kicks out of that. Nobody kicks out of that. Christian Sane just kicked out of it. Christian Sane just kicked out of it. That's the first time I've ever seen him kick out of that guy.
What the hell? Conway can't even believe it.
He saved that goddamn thing for special occasions.
It looks like he's going to be doing something extra to put away Christian Sane.
He's gonna do whatever it takes.
This is very high risk, ladies and gentlemen.
It's legacy, baby.
Wait, Christian Sane! Oh! No! This is not good. This is not looking
Yeah,
good.
you're looking. Oh my God!
Oh, God!
Right into it.
Oh, he has no way to grab those ropes.
Hail to the king, baby.
Wait.
You want to talk
Wait.
about a combination?
He's moving. He's moving.
Yeah, well, he's moving towards the middle of the ring. Come on! Right? I'm as frustrated as he is. What does it take to beat Conway at Legacy? I don't think it could be done. Combination blows by Conway. What a counter. Go for the car bomb. Reversed. I don't know what that was, but I can't read your pen. Ah! Derrick,
There it is!
Lost, no family, no friends. It's all come to an end and you're confused as you've ever been.